On HD2 KROV FM radio. Yes, yes, yes. I'm your host, Ambassador James Lockhart. Right here, we're doing it live in the Alamo City. Right now, with me, I have the man that's going someplace. Somebody said, well, if you take one step, he'll take two. Well, the brother found out if he took a little bit more steps, that he's just going to keep on keeping him. We're talking about none other than Bobby the playwright right here in San Antonio, Texas. Good morning, Bobby. How are you?
I'm fine, Elvis. Thank you.
Bobby, now I got to ask this. I mean, how old are you, brother? Are you 19, 20, 21?
Actually, I'll be turning 40 this month on the 20th.
Brother, you're looking young. You're looking good. You're looking good, brother. Looking good with the bow tie on. Listen, what's going on? I'm looking at this. Got to Be Mo Carefool Part 2.
Right.
Okay. Well, for those, because many people haven't seen Part 1. So can you kind of refresh us back on Part 1 and bring us into Part 2?
Well, in Part 1, that was a couple of years ago, so as you mentioned, this is the sequel. But all that will be attending, and I have to worry about missing out on Part 1 because the way the story is written, we given a little background of the important events that ended in Part 1. So actually, the way Part 2 starts is the ending of Part 1. And what happened in Part 1 was that basically it's a story on faith.
Mm-hmm.
And in this story, Nicole Adams, who's played by Angela Bennett, is challenged with not placing her faith in men, but learning to put it in God's hands. So at the end of Part 1, she gets engaged. So Part 2, the sequel, picks up where that left off.
Okay. Now, let's go back a few years. Because everything has a beginning.
Right.
And what was it like when you were growing up?
Well, when I was growing up, my mother and father, they have been married for 35 years. My mom passed away in 2009.
Mm.
But I have, it was 5 of us, 3 sisters and a brother, in which we were all close. And that's one of the one things that my mom has taught us to, take care of each other and be there for each other. So that was my way of learning how to stick it out in relationships.
Okay. Now, what is it that caused you to turn your direction toward writing? Because apparently, was it school, speech, drama?
Well, that's a good question. I've always, growing up, I've had this passion to be in a movie. So, but I actually didn't go to my first play until 2001, and that was in California. Actually, it was God Don't Like Ugly. So I was inspired by that play and everything, that went on with that event. So that's when I started writing, actually, in 2001.
Okay. Now, let's look at the sitcoms. Let's look at the sitcom like Bill Cosby, Tyler Perry,
Right.
The Jeffersons.
Right.
Did any of those shows have any kind of impact on you?
It probably did. I know that I watched all those shows. And I'm always inspired by the different themes and the writings are different, the storyline, the overall message. I think the Cosby's delivered a good message on family, so that's one of the ones that stick with me.
And because they deal with a lot of togetherness,
right,
and faith,
right, which is what this play Got to Be Mo Carefool about.
Now, how much of this? Because mostly when people write songs,
right,
when they write plays,
right,
they write it out of their own experience.
right.
How much of this is involved with what you've been through or what someone around you has been through?
Right. And I think those makes the best stories, when you have some personal experience from, of going through it yourself. So I do implement some of my experiences in my writings. Also, there's a lot of it, vicariously, through others. So I try to do a combination of both of those, plus a little bit of imagination also.
Are you the main writer of the play, or do you have different ones working on different parts?
I'm the writer of all my plays. This is my 10th one. I've been writing for 10 years now. So I write all of my work. Now, as far as the music, my brother-in-law, Pastor Dante Banks, He writes all the nuditive plays in which he is very gifted and talented in that area. So it's going to be some great music and good singing for everyone to enjoy.
Okay. After this play, where do you go?
Well, my vision is to continue writing. I do believe that what's in store for me down the road is sitcoms and perhaps maybe a movie. But that's all in God's timing. So I'm just enjoying where you have me right now, and that's just developing different stories that I for one enjoy writing, but enjoy sitting back listening to, looking to it as well.
Okay. The many questions, many directions, but your focus. Okay, you're dealing with faith here.
Right.
Okay, outside of faith, where do we go?
I don't know if there is anywhere to go. I think the best thing to do is to always pray and let God lead us, because anything outside of that it could lead down the wrong road. So I think the best thing to do is stay within that believing and praying about it.
Okay. Now, I'm picking up my energy. Are you married?
No, I'm not. I'm not married.
You're a single man.
As far as that, yes.
Okay. Are you still in school?
Well, I'm in graduate school. I have my bachelor's from Texas A&M, but I'm in graduate school also at Texas A&M too. So hoping to be finished with that in a couple of years.
Okay. Bobby, if someone, because naturally they do, how can one reach you?
Well, we have a website, BobbyMcMorris.com. I'm also on Facebook. So there's multiple ways that they can get in contact with me. Now, as far as the play, if they have any additional questions, they can reach me at 210-710-8996.
Okay. Bobby, I love you, brother. I love you. And tickets available at Ticketmaster, the KROV box office.
Right. And Beacon.
Okay. And Beacons.
Right.
Okay. Now, is there an age limit?
No. Actually, the way the tickets are, children 6 to 13 years old is $10, and there's no cost for children less than that. But most of the time, they don't bring the kids to the plays.
Okay, San Antonio, and you that are around San Antonio that can make it. If you are available even to travel, is that right?
That's right. We are. We've traveled. Like I say, it's my 10th play, but we've done about 40 shows because we have traveled to different cities.
Okay, come out, and we're talking about March the 16th and 17th. And the 16th is at 7:30 p.m.
Right.
The 17th is at 4:30 p.m.
Correct.
And again, San Antonio and surrounding areas, this is a young man. I know we go to movies, I know we go to different places, but come out and support the brother. We need your support.
Do it. And I just want to, thank, because through the years, it has been going well, but I like to say this particular time, I'm just so thankful for all the churches, all the people that are helping me spread the word about my shows. The continued support is just overwhelming, and I'm so thankful to everyone.
Brother looking like he's in his latter part of his early part of his 20s, yes.
I received that.
Looking good. Gotta check my Facebook out. We're gonna take a picture together before you leave. Brother got a bow tie on, looking good. San Antonio Global listeners, once again, March the 16th and 17th. 17th to be at 4:30 p.m. For more information, feel free to contact. Call 210-207-2234 or 210-710-8996. And if you want to go to his website, give it, brother.
BobbyMcMorris.com.
We love you. Thank you for tuning in, San Antonio, and listeners around the world. And want you to know, any last words?
I just want to say thank you for having me on your show. It's truly a blessing. and hoping everyone come out and support our show this coming weekend, next weekend.